Oh man, another really spectacular intention. And we get example after example of intentions really, really working. Uh, yeah, I won't go into it right now, but all of them work. And this one is especially powerful. Here's the intention we shared. In love and light, we are so happy and grateful that we release all blocks and expectations, replacing them with a deep inner knowing of our infinite divine safety and well being. So we enjoy vibrant, prosperous lives. Thank you, divine. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It is done. So interesting. Sharing that intention with you, I get full body goosebumps. It's like my body's saying, yeah, this really resonates. Dorji, share what came through for you, please.
So with the family of light is the alumni family of light is in the stadium of light, and we pull all our hearts together, all the energy of love and light from our hearts we pull together, and we send waves and waves of love and light to the rest of the world. And everybody that connects with us, we bring their vibration up, and it gets higher and higher and higher, and we send it all over the world. And then everything that does not serve to our highest good, we send up into the sun, and we let it burn, and from the stuff that burns off here, it sends it back, and it rains love and light, and everybody that is receiving it is raising their vibration, and it's coherence of love and light, and we're all one.
Oh, so beautiful, Dorji. So beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that in. That was really, really powerful. Oh, love you. I'll see you later. All righty.
Bye bye.
Wow. David, could you unmute and share what your experience was like?
Well, first I got a very funny image symbolizing um, releasing the blocks and expectations. I saw all of us standing there like we'd been caught stealing the family silver, and it was falling out of our sleeves because it's not ours, it's somebody else's. So that was us shedding the blocks and expectations. And then I saw white light pouring in through our crown chakras and just lighting us up like beacons. And our light merges and ignites the whole planet. And after that, it ignites the whole cosmos and civilizations that we've never even heard of in other galaxies feel this light and join us.
So beautiful and so true. It really works. It really happens. It really does, just exactly like that. Thank you so much for bringing that in. It's a wonderful reminder to all of us. It is not selfish to hold an intention. What you hold, you create in existence. You give it life through all of consciousness, not just your consciousness. You are one with all consciousness. Beautiful, beautiful. Monica, would you like to share what came through for you?
Yeah. So the I saw the gold Buddha. Um, Initially, I feel like I was trying to force the visualization, and I saw this log kind of covered in moss, and it was going into this pool of golden light because I saw a lot of gold everywhere. I was going into this pool of golden light, and it didn't cleanse. And I received the message that I had it backwards, that we are the gold inside, and that this moss has just grown over us, and it's that has to be released to clear out. Um, and I'm sure everybody knows the story of the Golden Buddha. And there was another, I saw a golden sun and it was coming through the chakras, coming down, 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 clearing, but it wasn't expanding. And you said the second intention and it said clear the expectations, and it automatically the the golden sun released form and it just spread, the light spread everywhere. And I received a message that you can shine the light and you can be a light that guides others, but you cannot be somebody else's light. Like you cannot be the light that is within them. You can only light. Mm, I'm sure everybody understands that we can be beacons, but we cannot be the light for somebody else. Um, so I will release the expectation of being understood. And that is all. Thank you.
So beautiful, Monica. And for anyone who doesn't know the story of the Golden Buddha, it's a real story, true story. I don't remember which country, an Asian country, and they had a Golden Buddha that was like 2 stories tall, and an enemy army was coming, and the monks knew that if they didn't hide the Buddha somehow, it would be destroyed, melted down. And so they covered it with mud and they packed it really tight, so it looked almost like cement. And there was a huge, don't tell anybody. And a lot of the monks got killed off. And the older ones, those who did survive, didn't tell anybody. So about a century later, there was a young monk who was praying beneath this massive Buddha, and this chunk of stuff fell off. And when he looked up at the Buddha, he saw this glint of gold. And the analogy is we've attracted all this gunk to ourselves. We've taken on these limiting beliefs, we've taken on expectations and things that don't serve us. And when we clean all that stuff off, you are the Golden Buddha. You already are perfect, whole, and exactly what is needed. You've just forgotten. So that's the story of the Golden Buddha, in case you didn't know it. Yeah. Awesome. All right, Angela, would you like to share what came through for you?
Maybe Robin was here before me, but
That's okay. You're
okay.
unmuted. Go for it.
I just had the song Starry Nights by James Taylor coming through very clearly, and then saw Dorothy in his Stadium of Light up on the stage, rocking it, and everybody being so excited and clapping. And then all of us just in space around the Earth in a circle, sending our light to the Earth. And yeah, and that was it.
Beautiful. So beautiful. And it's, what I love about all of these messages that we're receiving, they're not difficult, right? Just being who you are is perfect. And you shine an incredible light on the world, just being who you are. Robin, would you like to share what came through for you? You have to unmute first. We're real picky about that because we kind of can't hear you.
Okay.
There we go.
Um, so are we still doing that like five? I forget what it is now, but where you like breathe for 5 times or something?
Where you breathe in deeply and hum. So after I share the
Um,
intention the first time, you mute yourself and you breathe in deeply and hum for as long as you can, holding one note. And you do that 5 times in a row, 5 deep breaths and humming it out.
okay, so I
Yeah.
can't do the humming right now, but I do the breathing, and it always like I get total goosebumps with that thing. But it's so okay. Suddenly, all of us, we're just hanging out or whatever, but we had these big um so I feel it's weird that since I can't talk right, my brain isn't working. Blocks. Okay. Everybody had a big block of cement in their hands, and we were all like going, "Ugh." And well, we were holding these blocks, and then an angel came down for each one of us, and the angel put us up on the angel's shoulders and went up to the sky, and we threw the blocks down, just threw the blocks away, and and we just felt light and beautiful, and it was all good. We were all healed in every way. So that was it. It
That's pretty darn good.
was pretty literal, but
I love that. Thank you so much, Robin. That really is what it feels like. Because when we let go of those blocks and expectations, you do feel so much lighter. It does feel like a huge weight is off. Yeah, that is beautiful. Thank you. Ruthie, I'm so glad you made it tonight. You have such marvelous energy. What came through for you?
Thank you. Well, the first thing I saw was like this big, it looked like a green tornado, but what it did was it was sucking up all the negativity out of the earth. And so, like, I don't know, like a big, gigantic, like vacuum cleaner, but only of the negativity. And then it reminded me of Raymond Grace's pendulum, taking away all of the negativity and transforming it into love. And then after that, I was reminded of the scripture that says, he that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. So I felt that, divine protection is always there. It's always promised, and there's never anything to be afraid of if we can, go within and hold on to that the secret place of the Most High, right? Which is, I mean, that's what I feel like when I'm going into my third eye. I feel like it's the secret place of the Most High.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely. That's
yeah.
wonderful. Thanks for bringing that in, Ruthie. I love that.
Well, thank you.
Ah, amazing. Well, lots of stuff came through for me, as always. And one of the very first things was I- I've been working on a message that I received a while ago now, a couple of weeks ago, where I pride myself on being a positive person. And I realized all my positivity creates an equal and opposite amount of negativity. And I also received a message from the divine. Are you willing to live in infinite divine grace? I received that during one of our intentions a couple of weeks ago. And the challenge was to let go of the emotion, let go of the judgment, let go of the beliefs. And I was reminded of the map of consciousness, where above love is joy and above joy is peace. And the only thing higher than peace is enlightenment. Peace is the next one up below enlightenment. And so I have been thinking a lot about letting go of those emotions and judgments. And in some respects, I feel like I'm shirking my responsibilities as a human being, right? Because if I believe in something, I should be advocating for it, right? I should be showing my beliefs and standing up for myself and rah, rah, rah. And I got a message tonight. Is that about control? Or is that about being in that calm, divine grace? It's like, oh, busted. Totally busted on that one. Sorry. Yeah, I'm kind of used to control. I'm getting used to getting rid of the control. Because the beautiful thing is, when we know what we choose to experience, that is our intention. Our intention is what we choose to experience. That is our focus. That's where we put all of our attention. We don't have to control everything. We just sort for everything that aligns with our intention, and everything comes into being better than we could imagine. We focus on the what, which is the intention. The divine focuses on the how and guides us to the how. So we don't have to know in advance. I received the message, you are always safe. All insecurity is imagined. I was like, well, why would I imagine insecurity? Doesn't seem very good. Why would I do that? And they said, well, it makes life more exciting. That was what I got. And then I saw all this sparkling gold light and millions of angels everywhere. And they were all the size of atoms. Absolutely every atom was actually an angel. We just hadn't recognized it yet. And they were all joyously blessing and helping us. And I was reminded of Byron Katie and her book, Loving What Is. And in that book, she says, when you argue against reality because you don't like the way something is going, you only lose 100% of the time because reality is reality is reality. So loving what is really the key. And that's what I see, that space of peace. It's loving what is without having to understand all the permutations and ramifications and possible outcomes, just accepting this is what is. And I don't have to control it. I don't have to understand everything to allow it to be divinely guided towards my intention. All I need to do is continually hold that intention. And I felt such a burst of joy. It was just an intense burst of joy and feeling so grateful to be alive, that I get to have these experiences, that I get to learn from my humanity. That's amazing. And I also got the message, you are worth it. I'm going to share the story again. I know some of you heard this. Ruthie didn't because she wasn't here yet. Um, I was coming home from the grocery store and a large truck was coming through the light. I was waiting my turn and they were such a big truck, a construction truck. It took them the entire light to make it through. And there were two cars behind it that ran the red light because they weren't going to make it otherwise. And I thought, I was just filled with compassion for the two drivers, thinking, wow, you don't think your life is worth 3 minutes to wait through the light? And you don't think your family and friends think you're worth 3 minutes? And you don't think the oncoming traffic and the people who might be damaged in that accident think you're worth 3 minutes? You're worth it. You're worth it. And with that, releasing the blocks and expectations and being in that space of trusting the divine when we know that we are safe and full of well-being, all is well. We know we are worth it. We are in the right place at the right time. I was reminded you are a divine blessing in human form. Everything you think, feel, say, and do is a blessing, even when you do something that you regret later, that you think was wrong of you. And I was asking, well, why is that a blessing? And they said, because you're giving someone else the opportunity to rise above. You're giving someone else the opportunity to see your choice and think differently. Everything is a blessing. And I was then shown that divine union is like synesthesia. And if you don't know what synesthesia is, it's when multiple senses combine together. Like my mother, when she heard orchestra music, chamber concert, she saw colors. And so it's a blending of multiple senses. And I was told that when you are truly aligned with the divine, it's very much like synesthesia. You're having the same experience that you would have without synesthesia, but it's just more. It's amplified. You have an extended experience. And I was also reminded of the infinite consciousness prayer because just in the last couple of days, I have been guided to add in that we are guiding, because you connect with every molecule in existence, thought, and intent in all times, dimensions, and realities. And before blessing them, I was told to add in guiding them to release all blocks and blessing them by sending them infinite divine love, blessings, enlightenment. And yeah, that you are that powerful, that you can bless everything and you can release blocks. All you have to do is choose it. Choose and say in your words, I release my blocks. I release all expectation. And I was asked, what vibration are you holding? What vibration are you holding? Because everyone resonates with you. And I was shown that we are like a large orchestra. Each of us has a unique tone that we're putting out there, and we all love to harmonize. So we're bringing everyone into harmony with our vibration. So the higher we can make our vibration, the more beautiful the sound becomes. And then I was shown that our intention is that space of peace. Because as I say, I've been thinking through being human, feeling the emotions, the judgment, and the beliefs. I'm human, I have them. And then letting go of that stuff to get to that space of peace. And I was shown, hey, honey, it's not that difficult. It's your intention. It's choosing your intention and focusing on your intention. And that brings you that space of peace. That's what you're after. Yeah. I was told all is well, including you, exactly as you are right now. So love this version of you. And then I was shown us riding bikes. We were riding bikes all over the place. And some of us were really wobbly. And especially when you're first learning how to ride, you're terrified of falling, right? It's like, oh no, I'm going to fall off the bike. Until we kind of master the idea of balance. And balance does not mean that you're perfectly straight all the time. Balance means you're really comfortable with the wobbles that show up and you know how to counterbalance. And so that was also coming into this sign, this space of peace, that is also the balance is the peace. It's not about perfection. It's about seeking peace and choosing balance over and over again. That's how we experience divine grace. Balance is divine grace. And then I got something really silly because I'm in the country and right now I'm babysitting 7 large steers in our front field. So we're giving them alfalfa once a day. They love that. And in return, they're eating down the hay, good fire prevention, and leaving a little fertilizer. And so I got this little tongue-in-cheek message, all that shit you're dealing with, honey, it's there to help you grow. Nothing is wasted. It's there to help you grow. And that's what I got. I always know it's the divine because it's playful and it's silly and it's irreverent and it's so right on the money. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. I love you all. Have a wonderful week and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.